Hey guys, welcome to another speed build. This is going to be my entry for Cuddlecat's Shell Challenge on Instagram. I've never done one of these before, but I see them on my feed all the time, and the shell for this one looked really cute, so I couldn't resist giving it a shot. It also felt kind of nice to not have to come up with a whole design from scratch. You know, I was able to sort of jump right in and start making it into my own little thing. I took a little bit of a break from recording and building and stuff. I was just not really feeling it. I was feeling a little bit in a funk, so I had to take a little break, and I wasn't having a whole lot of ideas. Like, even when I was building my last build that I posted, I was having kind of a hard time just thinking of everything and like coming up with the designs and stuff. So yeah, I took a little bit of a break, and then I saw this shell challenge and I figured it would be like the perfect way to kind of ease back into building, because it was, you know, pretty much like done for me, and I just had to come up with all the like styling and stuff. And I didn't know what kind of vibe I was gonna go with at first. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to make this into like a little lake house, or if I wanted to, you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So as I was testing out like all the wallpaper swatches and all the colors and stuff, it kind of just became a little farmhouse on its own. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really cute and cozy, and the colors are good. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a new UI mod a couple weeks ago. Like, I had it for the last video, and I forgot to even mention it, but I'm in love with this UI mod. It's called Chalked by Vixated. I found it on Tumblr a while ago, and I was hesitant to use it at first because I don't like to have too many actual mods. Like, I have a ton of CC, but I don't like to use too many mods in my game, because every time the game updates, it breaks the mods, and you have to, you know, get rid of them and wait for them to be updated and stuff. So I like to keep mods to a minimum for the most part. So I was like pretty hesitant to try this one out, but the other day I saw it again and I was like, I need to have it. I need to try it. So I did, and I love it, and I think it's amazing, and I love the way it makes my game look. It just gives it that like darker feel to it, and I really like that. Now I think if I go back to the like light blue vanilla UI, I'm gonna hate it. It's gonna be so bright and like just awful. So I hope this gets updated quick when the game updates, so I don't have to not use it for too long. So yeah, I really leaned into the like plant-loving, knitter, kinda hippie sim vibe with this build. Like I said, I didn't have any plans for it really. I didn't know where I was going with it, but as I started putting the wallpapers in and stuff, it kind of just came together and flowed this way. So yeah, this would be like the perfect house for like a single lady sim that just kind of wants to live away from the hustle and bustle, like in a little farm town. This is in Henford-on-Bagley, by the way, so yeah, it's like the perfect place for a sim like that. For them to just like live alone out here and you know, do their gardening and pot some plants. I set up the little plant table in the living room, kind of exactly how I have my plants in my living room set up. So they're all like kind of messy on the table. There's like established plants and little propagated plant pots and little baby plants and stuff. And the potting soil is under the table, and extra pots and plant products and stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit messy, but like organized chaos, you know, which is how I like it. That's how I have it. It's a little bit cluttered, but not too crazy. I wish that the plants in this game were more like interactable. Yeah, I don't know, I just think it would be cute to have Sims like tend to all of their plants all the time. I know there are some mechanics like that in the game, but I think that would be cute, like if it was, you know, just your decorative house plants all interactable and like you have to take care of them and keep up with them and prune them and propagate them or whatever. That would just be kind of cute. Like that should have been something that came with the greenhouse kit. I don't think that it did, but yeah, that would just be really cute to do. And once again for this build, I tried to go with a little bit brighter color palette than I usually do, but I still stuck to a lot of the like dark blues and yellows and like gold accents and stuff because I really like those color combinations a lot. I think that's got to be like my favorite color combo to go with in this game. Like I said before, I think that the brighter colors sometimes can feel like a little bit too cold or I don't know, not cozy. So I like to keep it cozy here. One of my favorite rooms in this house is the bedroom upstairs. The shell came with the little ladder, and I don't ever use ladders. I always like put stairs in my builds, but I kind of like this little ladder situation. It saves a lot of space, and I don't know, it makes it feel like a little like attic space that you're crawling into, and it just made it really cozy. So I added a lot of like wall decor and some more plants on the desk and the little typewriter computer from, I think it's from Cottage Living. And yeah, I put a little easel in the corner. So this sim is like artistic and full of hobbies. Like this is a sim that's big on hobbies and little creative, calm, chill hobbies. This would have been the perfect room to use those slanted attic ceiling CC things that I got that I used in the last build, but one of the rules for this challenge was no CC, so this is CC free, which I think that's the rule for most shell challenges, I'm guessing. I don't know, like I said, I haven't done any of these. This is my first one, so. But yeah, they're like supposed to be uploaded to the gallery so people can showcase them and stuff, so I can understand they wouldn't want people using CC. Yeah, so I didn't get to use those this time, but now I am inspired to build a house with a really cozy attic room like that, so I can use those. I really like the colors in the bathroom. I feel like this is the type of bathroom that's always my go-to when I'm not trying to stick to a particular aesthetic. But yeah, I always find myself doing the dark blue with the gold or the copper, and sorry if that's repetitive, but I really like it. I just like the way that it looks. Now watching it back, I feel like I should have added some hanging plants in the bathroom too. So kind of a bummer that I didn't, because that would have looked cute and it would have gone with the rest of the house's aesthetic a little bit more. Also, I don't know how I feel about this like plunger toilet brush combination from the bathroom clutter kit. I don't love it. I usually end up using the plunger from the debug menu instead, but like that red plunger I guess wouldn't fit as well in that bathroom, so I just went with that one, but I think it's weird. It's like too bulky or something. I don't know, I don't like it. I cluttered up the kitchen a lot. I kind of went back and forth with like what to use for cluttering it, but I wanted that little like cutting board with the bread. I thought that looked really cute. Yeah, I need to give myself more breaks from CC, I think. Like I need to build more non-CC builds in between the CC ones, because when I go back to just like base game, not base game, but like vanilla stuff and no CC, I almost like don't know what to use to decorate and clutter with. There's so much. There's like what do they call it? Is it like, it's not analysis paralysis, but it's like I can't think of like the word that it is for like just too many options. There's so many options that sometimes I get lost with all the options. I don't know if that's just me or if every like Sims builder goes through that, but there's just so much stuff, and yet not enough of the right stuff. I end up like changing out some of this clutter for like cookbooks and stuff, so that's just one more hobby you can tack on to this Sims list of hobbies. I guess this Sim is a lot like me in some ways. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I get like fixated on hobbies a lot, and I end up like buying all this stuff for this hobby, and then I do it for a little while and I set it aside and don't touch it again for like ages. I always end up like going back to a hobby that I started, but it's like a cycle. I go through them. Like I started doing embroidery and I like to draw, so like I'll make stickers and stuff, and like I go from one to the other and I just like cycle through hobbies like crazy. Yeah, so this Sim is kind of like that, I would say. Cooking is definitely not one of my hobbies though. I don't love cooking. I like baking sometimes. I think it's fun to like make homemade bread and like muffins or whatever. I don't do it a whole lot, but if I had to choose like something to do in the kitchen, it would be baking and not cooking. I'm also like a really picky eater, so I don't really have a lot of options when it comes to cooking anyway. But I do like bread, so I do be baking that bread. I don't know if building a shed or like another building is allowed with the shell challenge. I mean, I think it's okay, right? I'm not altering the actual shell in any way. So I hope it's okay, but I added a shed and I added like more gardening and flower stuff and a woodworking table, so yet another hobby. Maybe the Sim has a woodworking boyfriend. I don't know. I'm trying to utilize these I don't remember what they're called. Those little things, those little wooden accent things like under the roof. I think those look so cool. Like it gives it a little bit of that craftsman feel. And I love craftsman architecture. So I'm trying to utilize those a little bit more because I always end up loving how they look. But I do have to size them down because they're so gigantic and I'd have to pull the roof out and yeah, like I don't know. It just doesn't look right when the roof is like its normal size. So yeah, but they look cool. I like those. I also took a really long time coming up with my plan for the landscaping. Like I said, I didn't know what direction to take this build in, and I even tried moving it to a smaller lot so it would have a little bit less going on outside because I didn't have like the intention for it to become a farm. But then ultimately I just put it back on this lot and I tried to work with it. And I really like these debug fences, but if I'm not wrong, I think that your Sims just walk right through them, which kind of sucks because it would be cool to use these fences instead of like the actual fencing in the game for like horse pens and like chicken areas and stuff. But yeah, I guess they're just decorative and your Sim walks right through them. Over here, like the fence pieces didn't fit perfectly, they didn't line up perfectly, so I just kind of stuck a tree in there to hide the hole, but it works, you know, whatever works. But yeah, I just think this would be really cool to have like a little area for a horse or like a llama or, oh, like, yeah, is it like llamas or just sheep that you can like take their wool for the knitting stuff? Oh, I didn't even think of that. So yeah, you could replace this with an actual fence to keep animals in, and yeah, have little like animals that are functional for your little crafts and stuff. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That would be really cute. You just like harvest your sheep's wool and make yarn or whatever. Is that a thing? I do not know what I'd be talking about, I swear. I always like to add some more trees and foliage outside of the lot boundaries with the tool mod. I think it just helps it feel like more closed in and like nestled in the woods. Yeah, I also wanted to put these bushes in here, but they were like obstructing the porch too much, and I really like the way that the porch is in this house, so I wanted it to feel a little bit more open. So I ended up actually switching these out for like a shorter type of like foliage out there. But yeah, the rest of this video is mostly me just like landscaping and adding all the little details and like furnishing the shed and stuff. So I think I'm going to leave you guys here. If you stick around to the end for the screenshots and stuff, I did add like ending credits kind of with shout outs to my Patreon supporters. So if you support me on Patreon, your name will be added to that list at the end of every video. I just thought that was a cute idea to like give everybody a little shout out and a big thank you. Obviously, you guys have no obligation. I have no expectations of you actually like tipping me or paying me money on there, but it is nice from those of you that do, and I really appreciate that. It does help support the channel immensely and allows me to keep doing this and keep making little builds, and yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, I do want to do some other type of stuff, like create a sim things. I think that's probably what I'm gonna try to do next. So it's either that or I'm gonna do like the build showcase or save file showcases. I don't know, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I really want to upload, and yeah, like I said earlier, I was just in a weird funk and I had to take a break from everything, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope you like this build, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye.